Hey everybody, Zach here. I've got my notes and I've got my Bible, and let's talk about plant medicine and the Bible and how God feels about specifically psychoactive plant medicines, including cannabis and psychedelic plants. Let's get right into it. So the topic of using psychoactives as a Christian is about as controversial as it possibly gets, and it's also very divisive. Whether you're outside the church or inside the church, it seems to be a very divisive topic that everybody is very opinionated about. And I wanted to make this video with that in mind. I want to ask some good, challenging questions that you all can ponder on and think about in your own time. And I want to open up the discussion so that we can all pursue this topic together. Whether you're a Christian or a non-believer or something in between, I would love to hear your input and better understand what you feel intuitively or in your meditations about this subject. So let's get right to it. Let's start off by asking some general questions, and then we'll dive into those questions. So the first question is a plant being mind-altering automatically sinful or evil for a human to interact with? Or is the plant just existing out in nature evil? Is there like a evil spirit around the mushroom or around the cannabis plant out in the wild? Why did God design these plants that way? Whether or not there's an evil spirit, why did God design it to where it has psychoactive properties? Did he mess up? Is that something that was a later invention and humans created psychoactives? Did Satan create psychoactives? I hear all kinds of wonky ideas like this, both inside the church and outside of the church, but especially inside the church. I'm a bit underwhelmed by the complexity of consideration that I see within the church on these topics. So how do we fairly compare someone using plant medicines with someone using Western medicines like pills and things that the doctor has prescribed? Are they equal? Is one better than the other? Is one more pure? Did God design one more than the other? I'm an herbalist by trade, so I will let you know right off the bat where I'm standing at in this. But I really want to be generous and assess the nuances of all these angles here. So, next question. Are these psychoactive effects the goal of partaking of the thing, or are they the side effect of partaking of the thing? This is an important question to ask whether we're looking at herbal medicines or if we're looking at Western medicines, because the territory for where abuse comes in begins when somebody starts focusing more on the effect than the medicine or the value. They start idolizing and zooming in on what that thing is going to do to their mind and to their emotions. And lastly, how do we fairly compare alcohol with cannabis or psychedelic plants? How do we put those all on the same scale and measure them in a way that is fair and reasonable? Right? Okay, so those are our main questions, and now let's get into the first section here. I want to start talking about what the Bible believes, so what the Bible says about these things. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is part one of at least a 3-part series. After this, we're going to get into more of an analysis on what the Bible says. We're going to pull up some scriptures, and we're going to just talk general philosophy and general consideration about all these topics, and try to use our best discernment to make sense of how to answer these tough questions that we just opened up in part one. So please drop your comments and drop your opinions. Lay it on me, whether you agree or disagree, whether you love the topic or hate the topic. Drop your points down below in the comments, and please share the video with anybody that you think would find this interesting, because I would love to have them be a part of the discussion as parts 2 and part 3 are coming out. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody.